Hey there guys, this is me, Malorian, and this is going to be a War Machine battle report. Now in this one here, I decided to try something a little bit different. First of all, I know some people want to see Beth Maddox more, I want to play her more, and I thought, well, last time or before, I've tried one where she did like combat infantry, I did one where she did like the hunter spam. Well, let's try something a little bit different. So this list here is going to mainly be like an infantry gun line, and then it's also going to have the two Stormclad. So really the whole idea is to attrition you down, shoot away your infantry, keep back your heavies, and then when you come in, I just pop feet and the Stormclads go in and smashy smashy. Now I'm going to be up against my buddy Ivan here, and he is running his Troll Bloods, and he is doing Doomy3. Now one of the problems here is the fact that, you know, when he comes in and he pops that feet, I'm really not going to do any damage to him with my little guns, and then I can't really be pushing around his battle group either because he can just do one spell and lock them all down. As well, I got a lot of upkeeps, and he can do Repudiate and get rid of a lot of the upkeeps, but overall I think I should be okay, you know, if I just go and I just jam him during his feet, try and focus on what I can, take out the heavies as I can, feet, take out even more heavies. You know, if I can get up on that attrition, I think I can handle this one. So luckily I win the first turn and I get to go first. Basically Beth Maddox comes over and I'm going to be doing the spell onto the Tempest Blazers that gives them the +3 armor and tough, so that should, you know, help keep them alive. Otherwise I have a sail on the painted Stormclad, and I also have snipe onto the Long Gunners. Now this is the first time I've tried out their UA in the Mark III version here, and we'll see how it does. I mean, giving it once per game a 4-inch move, or 5-inch reposition actually, should really help getting it where it needs to. And man, I mean, when you got range 18 guns, yeah, they can do some serious work. So on his first turn, he's going to come up here, he's going to do his spell so that I can't move his guys around, and I can kind of see that the way he's kind of going right now seems to be a little bit more favored to the right. You know, two of his big heavies are clearly going that way. I mean, it doesn't help that he has a forest blocking him on the one side and the river, actually. I didn't really look at that till now, but he's clearly kind of moving to the right flag, and so what I want to kind of do is then start kind of clearing out my own flag. So what I want to really prioritize on my turn is kill off that little sorcerer he has in the woods. I want to try killing the pirate troll, and I want to start working down the one mauler on the right. You know, I shouldn't be able to kill it, but if I start doing some damage, he's probably going to feat next turn, and then the turn after, it'll just be that much easier to kill. So I upkeep all my spells, and luckily this turn goes amazingly well. Basically, I go up there with the Rangers, and they're able to kill off the one sorcerer, so why not? Otherwise, then I go and I move up a few of my guys, a few of the long gunners who are not really in range, and then double pop into the one pirate troll there, and I'm able to take him out, so that's awesome. You know, if that little AoE was flying around, it wouldn't really be good for me. And then on the right, this happened. So first I go up there and I start shooting it with the Rangers. They're a dice -7, and I get some good plinking damage in there. And then I start shooting with the Blazers, and they go nuts. Now it is brutal damage, but I am -8, so I should just be doing 2.5 damage per shot, and I just rip them apart. It's like bam, 6 damage, 6 damage, 4 damage, and eventually that mauler goes down on the last shot. It was stupid. He also had popped out a bunch of these whelps, and so if he wouldn't have died, well, he just would have eaten those whelps and healed up a whole bunch, and now we can't. So otherwise, the gun mages go up there and shoot down a couple of the whelps just so they won't be so much in the way. But wow, this was a really good turn for me. So on his turn, he is now going to be feeding. He has the same spell up so that, you know, I can't move his guys around and can't do easy scenario stuff. And then he starts just trying to get into me. So, I mean, the Axer comes over and kills a guy. Mull comes over, kills a couple of guys. He has one of the sorcerers on the left go and shoot a ranger. And otherwise, you can see he's being a little bit defensive right now, which I think was kind of a mistake. I mean, on your feet turn, you probably want to get in there as much as you can, but I think he was just really worried about me shooting and killing Doomy3. I mean, Doomy3 is actually fairly squishy, and I have a lot of guns here, so I can kind of really understand that. So given this, I was even still wondering on his feet turn if I could be killing off Mulg, because again, he's going to be healing up each time D3 plus 3, but I'm getting plus 3 damage. So he is going to be healing more than the extra damage happens, but I think I could get past it. So I was wondering if I should send in my guys to kill Mulg, but the big thing is that Stormclad number 2 just can't get there because of my objective being in the way. So I'm going to just plan to use this turn to start the scenario going by destroying his objective, killing off some of the support pieces, and then waiting out till next turn to really go after him. So that's what I do, and I kind of regret not moving Beth a little bit farther over here to the left. I should also say that I have a advantage for threat range, where my guys with a sail, the Stormclads, threaten 12 inches, and he just threatens 11 inches. So I got a little bit of advantage there, but otherwise you can see I kind of kill off the whelps. I'm starting to kill off the sorcerers and one of the Dunian knock guys. I tried doing a little bit of damage to the stone bears, but I just couldn't really do anything so far. But now he's in a spot where the rangers are on the left side, the blazers are coming around the right side, and he really can't get to me. And at this point I destroyed the objective, so I'm up 1 in this scenario. And if he really tries pushing too hard, like I said, those Stormclads are ready just to charge in there under feet and do some really nasty things. So seeing that the situation is dire, he starts trying to get into it, but man, his dice don't make it easy on him. He has to roll a lot of attacks where he's missing just a whole bunch of 7s. He has a Thresher there on the right with the Axer, can't get a single 8 to save his life. Kills a couple of guys with a Bouncer, you know, why not? But at this point here, he is now pretty much handed over his heavies to me. On this turn, I should be able to wipe out almost all of his other support. I shouldn't be able to get the Axer or the Bouncer, but you know, those 2 heavies in the center I should be able to take out, and then at that point I don't know what he can really do to come back. So that's what I do. At first I had this idea where I was going to kind of swap a sail, and so I dropped the upkeep from the blazers, but really the way it works, it doesn't work whatsoever, because I need the jacks, or I want the jacks to activate first so they get the free focus for being by Beth Maddox because she's a Storm Knight, but at the same time I need her to go first to kind of, it just doesn't really work out the way you want it to with me the feet. It doesn't really matter though, I just go with Beth Maddox first, pop the feet, and then I double pop with the long gunners, who would actually use last turn the 5-inch reposition, and so they take some big chunks out of the Mauler already, and then those 2 go in. They're able to kill off both of their guys. Before I did that, you can see I really took out the stone, so that's really huge. And at this point here, you know, I'm going to be scoring on the zone again, so I'm going to now be at 2 points to nothing, and he just really doesn't have anything. You know, he was kind of looking at it, trying to wonder if it's even worth playing. I tried saying, well, maybe he could charge in with Doomy3 and try a spell assassination, but really with me camping too, it's just not going to happen. And yeah, in the end, we did decide just to throw in the towel. I mean, really at this point, like we said, he is just so far down on attrition. He is down on the scenario. He was actually up on clock. He had an extra 10 minutes on me at this point, but really there was no coming back. So we decided like, okay, I'm done. And I actually kind of felt really bad because, I mean, from his side, this was probably a really negative play experience, right? Where he wants to go up there and he wants to smash things with his beast, and my guns just shoot him before he even gets to attack. I had some really hot dice to take out his Mauler, and I mean, it just seemed like any of the tricks that he had didn't matter, right? If he had ammunition, I just shoot his guys. He has a little way that he can speed up his guys with rush, doesn't matter, I still out-threat him, right? And I mean, when I pop that feat and I'm starting to attack his heavies, and I'm either dice +3 or dice +4, and I'm getting like a free charge with a sail and all this other stuff, it just got kind of ridiculous. So do kind of feel bad for the way this went down. I mean, I'm happy that the list worked, right? The list did exactly what it was supposed to do. All the guns doing the attrition, and then the 2 heavies able to finish it off in the end. And yeah, there you go. So please let me know, guys, what you think about the list and the game and all that stuff. And otherwise, we'll catch you later. Bye. Hey there, if you liked watching this video, please go down and give it a like down below you here. And if you have any concerns or questions or comments, please put those in the comment section as well. You know, the best way for me to give you what you want to see is if you tell me what you like seeing and what you don't like seeing. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.